we got a super Trump supporter in the building. Super Trump supporter. I'm talking about, and yes, he is an American of the African diaspora. I know y'all like that. That's what I get from Dr. Umar. American of the African diaspora, because we American first over here. We're American first over here. But yeah, we gonna go ahead and see what this Trump super supporter got to say about Trump, because he is riding for Trump over anything else. He is definitely riding for Trump. So let's go ahead and get right on into this thing. Let's go.
Tell me, what is it that excites you about Donald Trump?
I am ready to have a president who can complete a sentence.
He's already talking trash.
Okay? I'm ready for a president who can save this country. And this is why I'm here supporting President Trump. He's done so much for the black community. He's done way more for the black community than any other president.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit? What is
what did
it?
he do?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be here all day. We're going to be here all day. Okay, first of all, when President Trump was in office, black home ownership was up over 30%. Black unemployment was at an all-time low.
Okay.
Black unemployment for teenagers was at an all-time low, low, his historic low. He gave so much money to black historic colleges.
I didn't heard
actually,
that.
they didn't even. There was a time when they had to beg every president for money. President Trump said, "You don't have to beg anymore. I'm going to give y'all an unlimited amount of money, so you don't have to keep knocking on every president's door begging for money for help." President Trump did that. Not Barack Obama, not the first black president. President Trump did way more for black people than any other president. And I can be here all day, but I have to go to my seat pretty soon to hear the president speak.
If he were...
Y'all, he was happy as all get out to hear him. Y'all heard about that? Yeah, I got to get to my seat. I'm trying to hear the president speak. Y'all, we got to fact check him on some of those, though. I think we need to start fact checking on some of those. We need to start fact checking on some of those, because I don't know if all that stuff true. I'm just hearing him say it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. That is cool. It's cool to hear for sure. It's definitely cool to hear. But we need to know if that's true. Let's get it. Trump's false black homeowners claim. Let me see. They say it's false. It is false. Well, I mean, we can just believe that. Let's see. It's hit the highest level it has ever been in history of the country. Yeah. White House did not respond. And a whole bunch of Census Bureau. They saying it's false, though. They are saying it's false. Fact checker says that is false. And this is from 2017. So he was definitely president then. Definitely. But they saying it's false. We just gonna go with that and ride. So the black ownership supposedly is false. I don't know all the way. Let's see which one this is, because we like I said, we fact checking. Okay, giving that money to historically black colleges. Now I know that it's twisted. It's a little twisted. Yes, like I said, he exaggerated it a little bit. He definitely exaggerated it a little bit. So basically, he just extended it. Y'all don't have to come back and beg. So yes, he did do that. I think this is true. They can say it's exaggerated. It's true though. He definitely extended they don't have to come back and ask every year. It's automatic. But they say he kind of gave just the same amount. So they unhappy that they get it every year, but it's just the same amount. He can say it though. I think that means that he can put that on his credentials. He can definitely put that on his credentials. And last but not least, we have black unemployment. They saying he spins the facts. He's spinning the fact. So yes, black unemployment was at its all-time lowest during President Trump. But there's a reason why. It was already trending downward. As you see, we've been trending downward for a long time. Trending downward. So he spun the facts. Yes, it was the lowest, but it was already trending down. So it's like, what can we say? What can we say? He done spent a lot of the facts, but when the facts come up spun, it's like they true though. And people, of course, take them and run with them because it's just the way he speaks. It captivates people. So when he does these liners that's captivating, yeah, he maybe spent it in his favor, which anybody would. Let's be real. If any unemployment's lowest than yours, even if it's been trending down for 50 years, you're going to say, well, mine was lower. So 2 out of 3 of these are true. 2 out of 3 are true. That's from Fact Checker. So if you in them comments, I don't know what to say. To you.
To lose again, what would that mean for Black America? What would that mean for South Carolina?
Well, if President Trump, to lose again.
What would it mean for you too?
Well, actually, what it would mean for America, I think America will be doomed. Look at what's going on in this country. We are losing our country right now. This country is literally in shambles. People don't feel it right now, but if President Trump does not win in November, I believe America is headed toward a depression. I think I don't think I will recognize this country anymore. I'm starting not to recognize America anymore. We don't have leadership in this country. We don't have anybody, and we don't have a leader who cares about the American people who put us first.
So when you talk about that American people,
I can almost agree with him. I be feeling that way too. It's because I'm middle class though. I feel like he cares a lot about everyone else. The president right now cares a lot about everyone else except for what I got going on. Like, yeah, the student loan thing, he tried. I agree with that one. He did try. But the main scale of a lot of things is, what's going on in Israel. That's hitting so much. Making sure that the immigrants are okay. That's hitting so much. And it's proportionally affecting the American community who are of the African diaspora. That's who it affects a lot. Class. It affects the poor and middle class more than anything. That's what it is. The race really don't have a lot to do with it. It's really how much money you got that really affects it. So yeah, I feel like a lot of money is going over to all these other wars and everything, and I'm not seeing that back in my pockets. The only thing I'm seeing is inflation through the roof. Everything's getting more expensive. That's what I see. At this point.
Well, first, what about the Biden presidency? Do you see not putting America first?
What, Biden, it's clear he doesn't put America first. Like, what has he done since he's been in office? Besides eat ice cream cones. Besides mumble. Besides have a hard time reading a teleprompter. Besides having a hard time trying to complete a sentence. He can't even complete a sentence. So he can't even he doesn't protect the border. You got illegal immigrants just coming into this country, and then he had the nerves to tell Texas to stand down and let illegal immigrants come into the state of Texas. And I live in Texas. And he evidently has never heard of the saying, don't mess with Texas. Actually, don't mess with the American people. Okay? You are either with us or you are against us. And Joe Biden is against the American people. He do not put us first. He put illegal immigrants first. That's who he's putting first. They're talking about giving millions of dollars, loading millions of dollars on credit cards, on debit cards, credit cards, money cards, and giving it out to illegal immigrants so they can buy groceries, so they can buy shoes and clothes and feed their families. What about the veterans? What about the children in America who need help? I come from the foster care system. There are a lot of foster care kids who need help in this country, but they are being ignored because we have a man in office, or we have a resident in office who is focusing on helping out people who are not supposed to be in this country in the first damn place.
When you say a resident, what do you mean by a resident?
Resident, he's a resident. He's not a president. To me, I can't. He's a resident. He's just living at the White House. He's just a resident at the White House. He's just living there.
Well, who's running the country then?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe one of his friends. It's sure not Kamala Harris. She can't do nothing but laugh. So it got to be one of his friends. Maybe Barack Obama. I don't know. Somebody else is pulling the strings, but it's not him.
Former President Trump.
I'm telling y'all. See, this is how a lot of Americans just feel. He can be a super fan. He can do all that. But a lot of Americans definitely feel the way he did. He started it out talking the regular talk that they always say about Biden. Because that's how it feels to regular people. It feels like he's not up to the task. That's what it feels like. Like you said, he's eating ice cream. He's mumbling. It literally feels like he can't do his job. And then he went on to, he tried to do some things. It seems like the government doesn't care about the lower class or anything. That's what I'm saying. It feels like that. That's how it feels to the American people. They say sometimes we shouldn't go off feelings, we can go off facts. But the facts that they're pushing, the things that they're showing on TV, it's literally money going to wars and money going to immigrants. That's been the biggest, topics that have hit that I see going on in politics right now. And I haven't seen any money come to Steve. I'm solidly middle class at this point. I don't want to be there no more. I don't want to be solidly middle class no more because my pockets are the one that's getting hit the hardest. They're getting hit the hardest. Middle class gets hit the hardest when it comes to taxes, when it comes to anything going up. I don't get help like everybody else. Everybody else getting back these big refund checks. I got $200. I got $200. So what I'm going to go do with that? Go pay some bills. That's what I'm going to go do. Go pay some bills. Like I said, my pockets get hit the most. Pay the most in taxes. And then it seems like all my money is going towards a war overseas or to the immigrants that are coming in illegally. I think they need a place to stay for sure. But there's a way to do that. It's a way to do that. Especially when the communities we have here are struggling as well. The communities we have here, yes, they are struggling as well. So that's what it is. And I know we're out here struggling because my brother, he did something great. He planned a sandwich giveaway. Not a sandwich giveaway, but we passed out food to the homeless in Atlanta, I would say probably 2 weeks ago. There was a lot of them out there. We gave away 100 sandwiches, and there's way more that could have been given away, But we're just a small group of people. It was just us and our friends. We came together, and he planned it all to give out food. So it's places where that money definitely can go. But like I said, it seems like it's going to wars, overseas, and immigrants. Illegal ones at that. That's it. At that.
Trump, if he's convicted on any of these 91 indictments by a jury, not by a judge, but by a jury, would that give you pause about supporting his campaign for president?
Hell no. I don't give a damn if he's convicted of 2,099 crimes. I'm voting for President Trump because those are all made up crimes. Those are all made up charges. This man is in his 70s. In his 70 years of living, he's never been convicted of anything. So now all of a sudden, excuse my language, but we see through the BS. We see through it. And I know there are people in my family who
I'm dead.
Did not vote for President Trump. And it was hard for me to convince them. I could not convince them at all. And I went back to visit some of them. And the media and these crooked Democrats have convinced them to vote for President Trump because they see right through the BS. And they see that Joe Biden has not done anything for this country. They can see it. They can feel it. They can feel it when they go to the grocery store and they have to scramble to find change, to find money to pay for eggs and milk.
Hey, you're not lying.
President Trump doesn't even have to convince anybody to vote for him, because the Joe Biden is what he's doing right now, which is absolutely nothing. He is helping President Trump by not doing a damn thing.
Vice President,
Dang. He almost spit facts right there. I think he was spitting some facts. That's exactly how my household for sure. Nah, we vote for Biden, and then it's like he been president. Everybody feeling like, gosh, Lee. I feel like definitely running them straight into the hand. That's why I said. I feel like if the Democrats would have came with another person for people to vote for, I don't even think it would be Trump versus Biden right now. It would be Biden. It wouldn't be Biden or Trump wouldn't be there. I don't think none of them would be there. Personally, I think if the Democrats came with another representative for somebody to be president, a presidential candidate, if the Democrats came with another presidential candidate, Trump wouldn't even be there neither. I don't think Trump would be there neither. But because they're still running with Joe Biden, hey, let's give him a part two. Joe Biden versus Trump, go ahead. And people are not liking Biden. I don't, at least. Because like he said, as a securely middle class person, my pockets get hit every single time. And I'm not seeing the money be used in the way that I would want it to be used. At all.
He has a short list out now. Vivek Ramaswamy, Tim Scott, Ron DeSantis, Tulsi Gabbard, a former Democrat, Byron Donalds, congressman from Florida. Is there one that you like among that group?
Well, speaking of short lists, we might offend the short community by saying short list, okay?
Well, that's what he's calling it.
We don't want to offend the short community.
He is wrong.
But
he is wrong.
I don't know. I will trust that he chooses the right person. I will trust that anybody he chooses, I'm all on board. The short list, there's some great names on there.
Fan.
I mean, Dr. Ben Carson is great. Brian Donalds is great. Vivek, he's great.
Is there anything that he could do in your estimation?
See, I would have to do some research on all of them. But I know Vivek because I watched him. He was trying to run. He was trying to be the candidate. So I actually liked him. He's young. He's up to the task. Unlike a lot of politicians these days, look like they about to die over and roll any second. They do. That's just how it is. So, vice president, who knows? But he's just definitely a super fan, y'all. It's just hilarious. Like, Trump cannot do no wrong in his eyes. He don't even matter. And something he had said earlier when they had asked him about all Trump's indictment. The crazy part about Americans of the African diaspora, they feel like, oh, this is what they've been doing to our people for years now. So it's definitely not helping the case. Did y'all see in Georgia when his mugshot had dropped and he was coming from court, actually, when he took that picture? They were literally standing out there with signs. And this is in the hood, the poor people. They in the hood. They lined up on the street cheering on President Trump. Talking about we understand how you feel. Because it's been happening to the community for years. It's been happening to the community for years. So now they feel like we have a president who will understand. It's some craziness. I mean, I don't know if he did this stuff or not. I'm going to let the justice system do what they do. Because I can have all the opinions in the world. I can have them all. Let's be real. Let's just let the justice system do what it do. And we gonna see. But the sense is, for what I'm feeling right now, and what I'm seeing,
That would lose your support for him?
No.
See?
No.
Look, we knew that answer.
Just like that.
I'm
No.
being honest with you. Nah, and I'm laughing because I know some people.
This is
I know
crazy.
the trolls and the
Get
haters
'em.
who see this.
They
They're gonna
hate it.
say, "Oh, Terrence is in a cult." I care about this country. Okay, I do not care what he is doing in his personal life. I don't care about any of that. I care about I care about this country being saved. So there's literally nothing he can do for me. Listen, nothing at all. Nothing at all. There's nothing. I can't think of one thing. Trump can go into Walgreens right now and steal some stuff, and I'll still vote for him. Because one thing he's going to do is save this country, okay? Now,
It's
I would ask him
crazy.
to return what he stole from Walgreens. And after you do that, get back to saving this country. Because I think he's the only one right now that is willing, that has the balls to stand up and save this country.
Criminals are, and the
Oh, y'all, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. I'm telling y'all. Shouts out to the super fan. He went hard. He's going hard for Trump. But do y'all think we should separate the person from, their leadership? Like, should we separate them? Is a person who has bad morals, are they still fit to run the government? What y'all think? I mean, if you separate their leadership from that, I mean, you might be able to lead, but your morals ain't right. You feel me? That's what it is. It needs to be the word that I love to say now. It needs to have some balance. It needs to be balanced. It definitely does. But like the super Trump fan, he was going in. He was going in, and he pretty much hit. I think that's how the average person takes it, right there. He hit all the, like he said, the BS stuff. All the, he's not medically. I think they need to be able to take a medical examination before you become president, for sure. Because this is a shame. The way he went out there and performed, it was not a performance, I'm talking about Biden. It's not a performance that I think any of us expected, but it's the performance that he gave that just doesn't sit right. Like they said, he is definitely out there mumbling, enjoying his ice cream and doing all that stuff. But what are you doing for the American people? I am, like I said, securely middle class right now. I don't plan to stay here. I don't plan on being here too long, but I am securely middle class right now. And I'm here to tell you, my pockets ain't hurting because I follow a lot of, financial wisdom, and I actually implement those things into my life, like living below my means, things like that. So I'm not all the way drowning, but when I see where my tax money going, I'm pissed because I give a lot in taxes for my check, and I don't have everything set up the way I'm getting those, tax exemptions. I don't have no kids. I wouldn't want them, even for the tax exemption. I don't want no kids, so that ain't gonna help. And I don't have an LLC or the knowledge all the way with the LLC to fully implement it yet. To fully implement those. That's how I feel. I don't have the money or the knowledge to fully implement that LLC plan right now. So I'm sticking to the basics. I'm starting at the basics. That is getting debt free and doing all that stuff. But Biden, you ain't helping me. You ain't helping me. Like I said, my student loans was not forgiven. It wasn't your fault. But you shouldn't have ran on that knowing that you couldn't get it done. And I'm hot. Inflation up through the roof. I see a lot of money going to immigrants that could come to me just cause. And it don't gotta go to me. It can go to my community. I don't see it going to my community neither. That's straight up. I don't see it going to the community. And I see it going to wars, which I'm definitely not, a supporter of right now. Yeah, if you with us though, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. Cause Trump super fan, you were on point. But boy, you as crazy as all get out. That man is crazy as all get out. He is a Trump supporter through and through. That's how they be acting, y'all. That is how they be acting.